Good evening, campers, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Welcome aboard the Mandalay. We have received early access to the brand new Ferrari class exploration ship from Zorgon Peterson. And this is my official video where we're going to take the standard edition of the Mandalay out for a test drive. Like everything else that has been coming out this year in terms of the new ships, there are two versions of this ship. You've got the standard edition, and then you've got the stellar version. And so this video, I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm going to try not to make it too long because I want to keep your attention and all. But we're going to take a look at two different things. So the first part of this video, we're going to be here at Jameson Memorial, take a look at the ship. We're going to take a look at its structure, and then we're going to take a look at the outfitting. I'm going to show you the modules and kind of how the ship is set up. We'll take a look at the design a little bit, and then we'll cut, and I'm going to travel to a nearby atmospheric world and give it a test flight. We're going to test it out in an atmospheric on an atmospheric world, and specifically I'm looking for a world nearby that has biology. So we're going to be doing kind of like my exploration and chill videos. We're just going to be flying around and looking for exobiology because I want to test out how good this ship is for deep space exploration, because it's not always about the photos. There are activities out there, and so I want to make sure that we're taking a look at this ship in a reasonable manner, in a way that shows its utility. We already know that it looks great. I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. I call it the Ferrari class, but it is just, it really is. It's like a McLaren or something. It's just really freaking cool. Obviously they thought race car, and here we are. So the Mandalay, it is definitely a medium class ship. The Nightwish takes up a huge part of this hangar, but here you've got kind of the small Mandalay with kind of like a cool fog effect there. So there's our cockpit, and gold plated it looks like, and it is just a really, really sharp piece of technology. I was kind of looking, so the stairs, one of the big things they talked about with the development and the design is the stairway coming down from the front. As an explorer, it's not really a big deal because I tend to disembark in an SRV. So, those times that I kind of land and need to come out of my ship on foot, yeah, it is kind of nice to know that I can actually walk out facing what it is that I've landed in front of. Now let's take a look here. You've got the engines, and they've got this this gimbal here that's really cool design. And so these they extend out, and then they will face down when you're landing. Let's see here. You've got landing lights. There's landing lights that they've been touting, and then you've got the really cool engine stack here in the back. It's a very, very attractive piece of machinery. It's kind of strange because I feel like the artwork, like the pre-release artwork that we saw for this ship, it looks a little bit smaller than it was presented. But yeah, you can still fit a commander inside of the engine bell. We will probably try that once we get out of the station. It has a ship kit. There are ship kits that will be available. There's two different ship kits for it, and so far, all I've seen, at least for the pre-release stuff, is the Stellar paint job, which is red. That seems to be Frontier's thing. So Stellar is red. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous little ship. Thinking about it for long-term exploration and looking at kind of the design, I think it'll take some time to maybe establish some lore as to what is actually inside of it here. in terms of amenities, and whether, say, like a deep space exploration ship like this would contain more than one crew member. So, like the Nightwish, the lore for our ship is that we have multiple people that are on board all the time, kind of like a deep space aircraft carrier. And so, you know, how many people would realistically live on a ship like this, or could live on a ship like this with life support and all that other stuff in deep space? Wanted to take us up here so you can kind of get a better view of it. There's the Mandalay first. I guess you could call that first light for this ship. And this is really, it's a really nice. I think that's kind of like, that shot right there is pretty close to the Frontier preview shot. Maybe right there. We'll try to recreate Frontier's press preview. Why is there a floating thing right there? There's a bunch of floating stuff. Maybe it's because this all these stations were recently attacked. I don't know. Yeah, there's kind of a nice like back view of it. So it is a really nice looking vehicle. So let's go inside and take a look. Oh, you know what? I probably should have just stayed down in the hangar because we haven't taken a look at the outfitting. So we're going to take a look here real quick, and I want to show you what the standard Mandalay comes with. Let's see here. Wait on our outfitting to load. Okay, so you have it comes stock with 2 Class 1 lasers. No big deal, right? There are 4 Class 2 slots, so you've got 4 mediums that you could fill up if you want to. I honestly, looking at it now, I would not be surprised if the next Titan or so is taken down by AX Mandalays. I really wouldn't be surprised. You got 4 utility mounts. Now, core internals, a little bit of a disclaimer. I got a little bit excited, and I started going through and replacing and engineering some stuff on this ship. So if you'll take a look at the stats, you'll see that it's got a 37 light year unladen jump range. By default, it's about 33. So that is really freaking good for a ship like this coming off the assembly line with a 30 light year jump range. So what I've done is kind of looking at it from an explorer's perspective, things that I would normally do. So I went ahead and just engineered the thrusters, so I left them at 5E. If I was going out deep space, I would either replace them with I'd probably A-class these things and then engineer them. Frameshift drive is a 5C, and I think, let me see, why did I do that? Let's see here what we can do. There we go. 5A frameshift drive. Now we're up to 41 light years. That's freaking cool, man. So 5A SCO drive up to 41 light years. That's, I mean, when you talk about exploration in Elite Dangerous, that's not bad. Like that's an Asp Explorer. That's pretty good. That is something I would take into deep space easily at 41. It also makes a pretty good bubble jumper. Like if you're looking for a bubble taxi, this actually might be the ship. So basically everything you see here, so everything when you get this ship, it comes standard as E-rated. So all your thrusters, your frameshift drive, it's all E-rated. Life support's 4E. Power distributor was 5E. I moved it down to 4A just to give myself a little bit more jump range because that was what I was really looking forward to. And then just, D-class. So I D-class anything that I can on my exploration ships because those are the ones that tend to weigh the least and give us more jump range. Optional internals. When you purchase the ship, when it comes off the assembly line, you'll get a Super Cruise Assist. You'll get the standard planetary approach. It comes with a 32 cargo rack, and I think this was maybe an 8 or a 16 or something like that. So there's cargo racks in the 4 and the 6 slot, and then the shield generator. and I think that was like a 5E, but I moved it down to a D. And the reason I removed this stuff is because for this one, as an explorer, I always put as big of a fuel scoop on it as I can. And so now we have a lot of capabilities there. Vehicle bays, yeah, so we haven't purchased any vehicle bays, but this kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. We got Super Cruise Assist. I want to make sure I've got that. Shield generator's fine. But yeah, it's got a 6, a 5, 2 4s, 2 3s, a 2, and like 4 1s. But technically, only 2 or 3 of those are really worth using. So it's not a bad ship. Let's real quick take a look before we're going to take the standard one out for a flight, but I want to show you the Mandalay. This is the Mandalay Stellar, and we'll take a look at its internals. So this is the Stellar. I haven't touched this one. So it comes stock at an unladen 39, so that's really good. It comes with 2 Class 2 pulse lasers. It's got a heat sink launcher, core internals. It's A-classed on everything except it looks like the sensors and the life support, which actually is a pretty smart idea. And then we've got planetary vehicle hangars, fuel scoop 6A. See, they know what they're doing, at least when it comes to this stuff. So 6A there, and then repair limpets and these things. So research limpets good too. So this is the Stellar. Let's go take a look at this bad boy. It's actually pretty sharp. This one's got the ship kit on it, so you can see like the extra wings. You've got this little winglet here. That is part of the. That's one of the ship kits that you can get, and then it's got the fire engine red paint job on it. So it's really cool. But I want to take out the Mandalay that I just spent a little bit of time working on. So this one's at 41 light years with that's just basics. So like we haven't really done any engineering. Just did some engineering to the thrusters, and that's pretty good. So taking this, say, to DCAT and getting the FSD engineered is definitely going to make it quite an interesting ride. Here we go. Let's try it out. Is that a ship stuck in the slot? Oh, that's embarrassing. Look at that. Excuse us. Oh, man. Okay. Looks beautiful. Look at that. I'll take it where we can kind of see it a little better. Let's see how it sounds. Oh, that is so cool. Yes. Okay. Really digging the sound of it. It's got kind of a. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that profile. That's really something. Huh. It's gonna have an interesting. I'm trying to see what it looks like against that planet. Because they did say they designed it for, they designed it to look good against planetary surfaces and atmospheric worlds and stuff. So, I mean, let's test it out. But it does look really nice. So, we are going to get a shot here of this. There we go. Ooh, yeah. All right, so it goes pretty fast, and it's got a crazy jump range. So I'm excited about that. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to cut, and then we will rejoin you guys when I find a suitable biologic planet for us to explore. See you guys in a second. All right, and welcome back, everybody. We are in Macabes. I don't know how to say it, but here we are in orbit around. Oh, that's actually really cool. Give us an idea what this looks like. All right, so we're in orbit around a ammonia world, and again, I forgot. So, in my haste to leave Jameson Memorial and get out here among the stars in the Mandalay, I forgot to equip it with some basic exploration stuff. So it doesn't have a detailed surface scanner or any way for me to scan the planet's surface to know what I'm looking for, where it's at. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to land, take a look at some of the areas. I wonder, are there any okay, there's a couple of places. Any places I'm not wanted? Yeah, I'm wanted at most of these places. Why? Like, I don't hang out here. Alright, so let's take a look at this world. It's got some pretty neat mountain ranges and stuff. Let's go over here where, so I'm not really looking for, like, crazy atmospheric shots. So we'll go where we can be sure that there's at least a little bit of light. So over here looks interesting. Getting here in the Mandalay, I can say that it flies really, really well. It has an SCO drive, and the SCO drive goes very far. It's very good on fuel, so much better than some of the earlier prototypes that we saw. Definitely pleased with that. I'm pleased with the jump range on it. I mean, it took very little effort to get it to about 41 light years for jump range. So, like, getting from Shinrata to DCAT is only like 2 or 3 jumps. So, I mean, it's a pretty nice piece of hardware. Here's some like kind of a mountain range. We'll touch down here and see what we can do. It's handling. It handles really well. It handles like a fighter. It really does. The view is exceptional. Like, this cockpit is really something. The window is cool. I'm gonna have to turn off my I think my heads up display there, because that's kind of annoying. Ooh, okay. Hey, we got a nice planet to look at here. It's got such an amazing sounding boost to it. So there is kind of a shot of the Mandalay over top of an ammonia world. Some shots here. Making a couple of photos. There we go. All right, so I'm not feeling anything different. Like, again, as I mentioned in one of my recent Taco Tuesday videos about, like, the atmospherics, how they keep saying it's built for atmospherics and it's built for, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel anything different. What is it? What is it about this ship? Because it's performing really well, like any other ship that would be flying in atmospherics. So we're at 20.22 G. So let's see how we do here. It's really nice handling. So let's say we're flying along. Oh, wow, that window is really small. Okay. It's kind of strange. Is that like a magnifier? It feels... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let's stop here. Is it larger? Does it have magnifying capability? Because it feels larger. No, maybe it's just an optical effect. It's a really weird optical effect, though. So I'm trying to get my heads up to go away. There we go. That's going to be a little bit of an annoyance, but that's a head look issue that can be handled pretty easily. So, looking at, I mean, yeah. I'm not really sure how much utility that'll be. If I'm looking for biologics or whatever, let's see. Yeah. definitely going to have to turn off the head look pop-up. Alright, I'm getting scanned. I don't have anything. I don't have any cargo holds. Yeah, there's nothing worth your while, Keith. Move on. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay. Oh, okay, so there we could see some plants. That was cool. I feel like it's clearer inside the window. Why is that? It's a weird optical effect. The problem is I can't turn. Because I'm playing with a controller, and in order to turn, I need to have full control of my axis, and I don't. I see some plants up here, so let's do this. Whoa. Back to standards. Let's put down the landing gear. I want to see them come down. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that is really cool, actually. Alright, so that's what they were talking about with the, with the lighting. I mean, okay. Oh, they're spotlights. Look at that. They're moving. How about that? Let's hop out and take a look at our ship. All right. So you disembark in the front, which we knew that. It looks nice. All right. How about that? There's a sharp-looking ship. Oh. Let's do this. Since I'm loaded on the... since I have my combat suit on, let's switch to biology and disembark. Yeah, there we go. That guy. Yeah, because I need to get up on top of this thing. Let's take a look at it. All right. These ships are flying around because I'm wanted. I wouldn't be surprised if I get attacked by system authorities at some point. Thought I got stuck there for a moment. Go back here on the engine bell. Take a look. Okay. Huh. It's not too bad looking. It's a really nice ship. It really is. I feel like the ground lights need to be diffused a little bit more. They're a little too fine as far as their appearance on the ground, but overall, let's try. I want to try to get inside the engine. Oh, you serious? I can't get in there. It wouldn't let me in. How am I going to recreate that scene from the promo image? Come on, Frontier. I just want to go inside just a little bit. It won't let me in. There's no way to recreate that that scene with the guy inside of it. All right. So it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of play around with it and get a feel for how things are going with it, like in general. But I'm really liking it. And I know I might be biased because I'm an explorer, and I've been looking forward to this ship for a long time since they freaking teased it. It'll be interesting to see how it performs in the long term. Let's go for some low-level flying. Still fast. Let's see how she does. I wonder if it takes a beating. we're flying around looking for biologics. So we'll be up here. This would be me. What do the lights look like? Oh, whoa, whoa. We need to go back and do that in a minute. Over the mountain here, looking for biologics. One of the reasons I use a dolphin is because it's easier to land, like in these areas here. Okay, so let's see here. So, man, no, more people looking for donations. So if I deploy my landing gear, okay. Wow. Okay, now I get some lighting. That's actually pretty cool. That's a lot of lights. Take a look at the thrusters here. Hey, we found some fungoida. And then we're good. Get out of here. Turn. Oh my god, this thing performs wonderfully. All right, so let's point it in a direction where it's not going to hit anything, and let's take a look at the cockpit. So we've got turn off the blur here. There we go. So we've got a chair back there. It looks like access points there. Okay, so here's the back. Here's the back seat. Oh, and there's an access door back there. Okay, so we've got there's our commander view. Side profile. Oh, that's neat. Look at that. That's a lot of room. That's a lot of view. Oh yeah. I'm just looking to chill. That's the view. Got kind of a wider, what is it, ship cockpit front. I'm going to see if there was anything interesting. Nothing really sticks out. Fire extinguisher. No coffee pot. That's disappointing. 0 stars. The ship's garbage. Why is there a wiring harness running across the cockpit? This is 3310, people. Why do we still have wiring harnesses running across the ships? I mean, I'm sure the maintenance people appreciate being able to get to them that easily, but my God, we gotta do better. We've got to do better for the design of our starships. All right. Okay. So I think that's been enough ranting, rambling, and just kind of general playing around with it. I think that it's pretty obvious that I'm going to recommend this ship for pretty much anything. I'm surprised at how versatile it is. It looks like there's pretty much options for most things. I mean, I could see people building combat ships out of this thing. As far as mining, I don't really see a lot of options for mining, especially for like storage and everything. You could probably put the refineries and stuff, but it doesn't look like it has a lot of cargo space. It looks good. It looks like a fighter. It handles like a fighter. It's got some very good jump range by default, and it just I mean, it didn't take much to add to that jump range. It's really well designed and fast, and yeah, explorers were in trouble. This is a really good ship. It really is. The hype is real for this thing. So, all right, that's going to be it, everyone. You know my words. It's a 100% recommend. This is going to be the exploration ship to beat. It's pretty much going to be the ship to beat for a lot of things, and it'll be interesting to see what the community does with it in the coming weeks as it becomes available. So it'll be available for early access purchases on October 22nd with the arrival of Elite Dangerous Ascendancy. Thanks for hanging out with me for this early access preview of the Mandalay. I'm Commander Exorcist. Take care, fly safe, and I will see you out there in a Mandalay. Take care. Good night, Commanders.